Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It has been a really long time since I have done a sit down video for you guys, so I am super stoked to do this video. I have been planning this trip to Disney for quite some time. As you guys know, we haven't really traveled anywhere since, the pandemic happened, and we've pretty much only gone to Cincinnati twice to visit Ryan's family and for Ryan's sister's wedding, and those were the only times we've left at all, which means our two little one-year-old baby twins have only ever been in Illinois, drove through Indiana, and been in Ohio. They've never been in an airplane, they've never been in a boat, they've never been anywhere outside of this little Midwest bubble that we're in, and so we're super excited to take them to experience their first ever airplane flight. And Chloe is so excited to get to go to Disney. She watches the Disney vlogs all the time from the previous trips that we've gone on, and she has so many memories. They're not really like real memories, but they're memories from watching these videos, and she's so excited. She keeps naming off things she wants to do. She really wants to go on the carousel. She wants to go on the airplane, and as you guys, most of you know, Chloe is obsessed with airplanes, wants to be a pilot when she grows up, and so now that she's getting to go on an airplane and remember it, she's so excited. She's like freaking out about it. She keeps counting down the days until we go. So with all that being said, we are about to go to Disney, and I am a Disney pro when it comes to taking kids and babies to Disney, as some of you may know, and if you don't, I'll link it right up here in the cards. But some of you may have seen me take Chloe all by myself at 18 months on a last minute trip. We booked the tickets. The next morning we got on a flight and we flew to California, took her to Disneyland for 2 days, and then we flew home. It was an incredible journey. It was very difficult, but it was also a huge learning experience for me. And so we've done Disneyland like that, and I've taken her to Disney World several times, and I have a huge family, and I've taken nieces and nephews to Disney so many times, so I have a wealth of knowledge and information that can be helpful for all of you. So I'm actually going to make this a series. I'm going to have several videos. This is the first of those videos, and that is going to be some of the must-haves that you should be bringing with you to Disney if you have toddlers or babies, or even just if you have small children. All right, so let's get into it. What are the must-haves when you go to Disney? A lot of people are going to have different opinions on this, and that's totally fine, and that's okay. And if you do have different opinions, or if there's something that you think is super, super important that I missed in this video, just leave it down in the comments below, because the people who are watching are going to want to see in the comments. They're going to go down and look in the comments to see if there's any extra info that I might have missed, and you could be super helpful to them for their trip, and then also could be helpful to me too, because it might be something that I've never thought of before. So the first thing on my list is actually not something that you even have to bring. The first thing on my list is that every single Disney park has what's called baby care centers. Look them up, know where they're located. You can find them on the map, you can find them in the app. You can find them on the map, you can find them on the app. Sorry. That was funny. I did not mean to make that rhyme. But you can find them at every single park. They are usually located somewhere towards the front of the park, and those are excellent places for you to take your babies to get a diaper change, to feed them a bottle, or breastfeed them. They have private breastfeeding dark rooms where you could breastfeed them and maybe they'll take a little nap. Magic Kingdom's one has like lazy boys like this. You can lean back. I'll insert some footage if I can find it of me with Chloe in there, and it was ideal. They also have a little room where like the toddlers can watch TV and get some air conditioning, maybe with dad or grandparents or somebody, your partner, whoever is with you, could take the little ones and they could get a break too while you're feeding the baby, or while the husband's feeding the baby, whatever situation you guys have going on for that particular moment. But they're really wonderful places, and they're also places you can go if you forget any of your items. So like if you forgot diapers, you forgot milk, you forgot formula, you forgot wipes, whatever, you can buy them right there. They do charge you very expensive prices to get them because convenience is expensive, but it is there in case you need it, which is always important because you never know what's going to happen. You could lose your diaper bag or something and you might need those items and not have any other options. So it's wonderful that they do offer them at every single one of the parks. So you'll find them, like I said, near the front usually at most parks. Disneyland also has them as well. I didn't utilize them as much at Disneyland as I did at Disney World though. And I think that it's important that you guys check them out. Okay, so now we're gonna move into the things that I think are complete must-haves when you have babies or toddlers. So these could be helpful too if you have a little bit older kids, but mostly if you have babies or toddlers. The number one thing I have to say is that you need a stroller. It doesn't matter if you rent a stroller from the parks, if you rent a stroller from one of the stroller companies. There are several companies where you can rent strollers when you fly in, and they'll send them to your room or to your hotel or wherever you are staying. And you could also, purchase like an umbrella stroller at Walmart when you get there if you don't want to take one on the flight with you. Personally, we travel with our strollers. We have travel bags for our strollers. We stroll our kids all the way on up to the door at the airport. We get them out, and then we close up the stroller and gate check it right there. That way we always have it with us, especially with twins. It's just easier to be able to have them in a stroller as long as humanly possible when traveling, keeping them contained. So we do that, but there are several options. The thing that I want you to remember, that no matter what option you pick, it's just important that you take a stroller to the parks or pick one up at the parks. Even if your kid is a little older, it's still a really good idea, because even if they're 5 years old and they're used to walking around all day and they go to school and they walk around and they're always on their feet, you walk so many more miles at Disney than you even possibly realize. And I wish I had a stroller at the end of the day. I am completely exhausted. I mean, I've gone to Disney twice when pregnant, and I'm telling you, like, I am so exhausted by the end of it, whether I'm pregnant or not. I am tired and my feet hurt. So those 5-year-olds, they might get cranky, they might get frustrated, they might be tired, they might even want to lay down for a little bit and like take a nap, even though they might never nap at home. And so it's just a really good idea to have something for them. And even if you don't use it, it might be better to just have it. If you can push it around and throw your bag in it so that you don't have to carry your bag around, that's great too. Or have a cup holder to put your drink in. I'm telling you, strollers are a lifesaver. Disney World is super stroller friendly, so you can easily get in and out of the parks, around the parks. Everywhere is made for strollers. They have places you can park your stroller when you go on the rides. I've never had any issues with strollers. The only issues I've ever had is someone randomly stopping in front of you when you've got a stroller, so you just gotta watch out. That's pretty much it. That being said, I have 3 kids, so there's not very many triple strollers that you can use, and you're not allowed to bring wagons. So those like awesome, wagon strollers that fit 4 kids, you can't bring those to Disney, so it's against their rules. So what do? I have 3 kids, one of them's 3. She's used to walking. She barely ever sits down when we have the stroller. But I only have a double stroller. It does have a skateboard on the back, which is nice, so she can hop up and stand, but sometimes she's gonna wanna sit. What do I do? Well, my sister loaned me this amazing stroller. It is this big. You see that? Yes. It folds up so that you could literally fit it in a tote bag. And I mean, it's freaking amazing. It's called a pocket stroller. I'm not sponsored in any way, but it's called a pocket stroller. It can fit right underneath my other stroller, so we could be walking around Disney all day, and all of a sudden Chloe's gonna say to me, Mom, I'm tired, I wanna sit in my stroller. What do? I just pull it out from underneath on my other stroller, and I open it up, boom, and it's bigger than an umbrella stroller. It's more comfortable than an umbrella stroller. It has a cover that can cover from the shade, or give her some shade and cover her from the sun. It's excellent. So I will unfold it after I'm done filming the video. I'll insert some footage here so that you guys can see what it looks like unfolded. But this is pretty awesome too. So highly recommend, if you're like me and you have twins and an older child, to consider using your double stroller and then bringing a pocket stroller along with you as well. So that is my number 2 must-have for Disney. Definitely need a stroller. Okay, so my next must-have for Disney, now I have multiple different types of sanitizer, but this is one of them. So here, if it'll focus, these are sanitizing wipes that I got just on Amazon. I'll link everything. Anything you see here, I'm gonna have linked down in the description box below. But these are just like, they're large alcohol wipes. So like when we're on the airplane, we can wipe down the tray tables, when, you know, or the windows, whatever, anything anybody might be touching. If you're on a ride and you just want to like wipe down the handle part real quick. With the world we live in today, it's just smart to have sanitizer with you. So these sanitizing wipes, I have a bunch of them, and then we also have like Purell hand sanitizer, like tons of those that we're going to be bringing and stuff like that. So no matter where we are, whether it's in the parks, in the airport, in the airplane, we have these sanitizing wipes and hand sanitizer that we will be using non-stop. I mean, our hands are probably gonna dry out, but you know what? Better safe than sorry. All right, so my number 4 must-have for the parks, if you have a toddler who is potty trained, this could be important for you. Even a little bit of an older kid who is potty trained, heck, I might even end up using these. But I bought these. They are toilet seat covers. So as you can see here in the video, they are like thicker paper. They're softer, a little bit more like cloth, but they're paper. And they completely drape over the sides of the potty, and they have a small opening hole in the middle. So we have a little travel potty seat that I will insert a picture of here because it's packed away already, so I can't get it out right now, but it folds up into 4, and so I will link that down below as well, and I'll put the picture right here. So as you can see, it's got the hole in the middle, everything. I want to bring this along in her diaper bag for her to use in the public restrooms, but the main thing is I don't want that potty seat sitting on the dirty public potty seats because they're gross and there's germs and there's COVID and there's all of this stuff, and I just want to be extra careful. So I bought these. That way these drape over the whole potty. I put her potty seat on top of those, put her up onto the potty, let her go, and then take it off, fold up her potty seat, like wipe it down, put it in the bag, and then I can just toss this. And the packet comes with 20, but I have 2 packets of them, and I can always order more to our Airbnb through Amazon if we run out, if I use a lot of them. But it is so nice for me to be able to feel like she will be safe sitting on those potties and will be touching like gross, you know, kids sometimes like put their hands down on the potty to like hold themselves up, and I just really don't want to have her like touching gross, dirty public potties. So this is the way to go. So these will be linked down in the description as well. My next must-have for taking a toddler or babies to Disney is something for sunscreen. So you could bring your sunscreen and just put it on like you normally would, but I actually love this. So hopefully it adjusts here. Let me pick up on my face. All right, let me see if I can pick up closer. Okay, so here it is. It's called Stroller Buddies, and what it is if you can see here, we have used it. So this is a sponge, and this is a little rolly ball, and you fill this part, twists off, and you fill it with sunscreen, and then when you roll it, you know, on their arm, just get a little bit of sunscreen on there. When you roll it on their body, on their arm, whatever, the ball rolls along, and then the sponge helps disperse and spread it out. So the great thing about that is you don't have to get it all stuck in your hands, and it's super, super fast. Like, you'll still want to rub it in a little bit, but you just like boom, 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 boom. It takes 5 seconds, and the kids love it. Like, Chloe loves this and wants to like put it on herself, whereas if I just grab a bottle of sunscreen and try and squirt it, she's like, no, I don't want sunscreen. But like with this, she's like, ooh, let me do it, mommy, you know? So I highly recommend something like this. I will link this one that I just got it on Amazon. And the cool thing about this too is, like, if you were to send it to like a daycare or something, it's a little spot for you to put your name, like, you know, use stickers or something. It's super cute, very easy to just pop in the diaper bag, takes up barely any space, smaller than a milk bottle. Okay, the next must-have if you're taking kids, babies, whatever, is some kind of fan. So this is a stroller fan. I love this one. Best stroller fan I have ever owned, and I have owned several. We have gone to Disney so many times. I have even bought the like squirt bottle fan that Disney sells, and this is the best one. It's bendable. These can kind of like bend any way you want, and they will, you know, you can latch them onto the side of the stroller or onto the bar in front of the kids. It has an on-off button and a 3 settings button, or an on-off switch and a 3 settings button. So it has 3 speeds. I mean, you guys, this is lowest speed, so you can see my hair still blowing in the wind, but not a lot. Medium speed, there we go. Ooh, that feels nice. And then the highest speed, I mean, come on. Look at that. Ooh, I'm like a model. Ah. So, I feel like Marilyn Monroe, like holding her skirt over the submarine. This fan is freaking amazing. So I highly recommend it. They have different colors depending on what you like. And it charges on like the chargers for newer like non-Apple phones, but those are also the like I think it's called like a USB-C or something. I don't know. Whatever the new ones are called, and like the new Apple computers like charge off of those too. So it's really great. It's really easy to take charge. The charge lasts several days. I mean, maybe not several Disney days. I'll let you know, but it does last a long time. Okay, so my next must-have for little kids, especially, well, pretty much only if you're bringing a stroller, but you should be bringing a stroller because we've already gone over that, is a rain cover. So this is a double stroller rain cover. I got it on Amazon. It doesn't work perfectly for my UppaBaby, unfortunately. I thought I was gonna like work a little bit better with it. It still covers everything. It just is a little bit awkward to get it on, but it's fine. It'll do. Because before I only had like one seat cover for my regular UppaBaby seat, and I never got one from the rumble seat. And this is nice because it covers like everything, including the handlebar and like underneath and stuff. But you're gonna want a rain cover. Florida is like a very odd place when it comes to their rain. So basically it will be sunny for several hours and then it'll just like pour for like 30 minutes and then it'll be sunny for the rest of the day again. And you have no idea when that 30 minutes of downpour is just gonna randomly happen. So I put this on pretty much any time I'm like going into a ride. If there's any chance of forecast of rain at all, I put this on my stroller. We go on the ride, we come out. Because sometimes you go on a ride or you go on a show or you go out to eat, whatever, and your stroller's sitting outside and you didn't put this on, and that's when that 30-minute downpour happened. No, it's important to have this. Protect your belongings, protect your nice expensive strollers, and keep them dry for the kiddos. So highly, highly recommend bringing some sort of rain cover. This one was really inexpensive. So this is a double stroller one, I'll link it. Okay, so my next must have for Disney with babies, toddlers, anybody, is wet bags. So these are from Itsy Bitsy. They make really high quality wet bags, but you could use a Ziploc bag for a wet bag. It doesn't have to be anything like this. The reason that I prefer to use this is that it is washable, I can reuse it, and I don't feel like I'm wasting as much because I already have a lot of things that are disposable that I'm using. So I do prefer to use something like this. I have 3 of these. I've had them since Chloe was a baby, and I still use them with Chloe even. The reason to bring something like this, you could get wet on a ride, your kid could have a blowout, you might get wet in a downpour, and you might need to change their clothes, your clothes, anybody's clothes, but especially if you have like a blowout or something like that, you can rinse in the sink, but you want somewhere to put those dirty clothes. So these have like a sort of a plasticky interior, or vinyl maybe interior, and then it's cloth on the outside. They snap, so you can like, you know, attach it to something like the bottom of your stroller if you just toss it in there and you don't want it to get lost. And then they zip closed. So I always bring wet bags with me to Disney. And the one time that I didn't have them was in the airport with Chloe. And I was on my way back by myself with Chloe. And we were in the Denver airport. We were eating at, I think, like California Pizza Kitchen. Unimportant information, but that's what happens when you hear a story from me. And Chloe grabbed my water off the table, pulled it on herself, and poured the water all over herself and the stroller. And that was the one day that I didn't have one of these, and so I had to makeshift my own little bag out of placemats that I had, and so I always try and travel with these. They are a lifesaver. Okay, so speaking of placemats and my last one, that brings me to my next one. So these are the ones I bought this time. I will link them down below. I haven't used them yet, but I have bought several different kinds. I usually just buy whatever the cheapest large pack of disposable placemats I can find on Amazon. So what I'm looking for when I purchase my placemats on Amazon is I want them to be large enough that they will cover at least the airplane tray table. That's the smallest size I would want. And I want them large enough that like I can put them on the table in front of my kids, and my kids will be able to play on them, eat on them, smash food into them, and still be able to keep clean, basically. The reason I like these ones is they have this removable strip at the top. I don't know if you can see that. You peel that off and then it's sticky. So it sticks down to the table. And the kind that I always buy have it on all four sides. I learned the hard way with Chloe. You buy the ones like Chick-fil-A has, where they only have the sticky part on two sides. It's really easy for the kids to get their hands underneath that, you know, sides and pull up and rip it. Chloe taught me that lesson. So I always buy the ones that have the sticky all the way around. I highly recommend these just for sanitary reasons. If your kids are like mine, and they don't tend to really use plates when they eat. My kids like to eat straight off their tray. And so they're gonna be used to that, and it's gonna be hard to give them a plate to keep, you know, they might throw it or whatever. So this is just really great. And then, like I said, in the airplane, I always just wrap these around the tray table, even after sanitizing the tray table, just add a layer of protection from those germs for your kids. And they're really easy they come in these like tight packages, and you can just fold it up, stick it right on in the diaper bag, and you don't have to bring the whole thing. This came with 60 of them. You can stick it in your suitcase and only bring like a couple in your diaper bag. But yes, I highly recommend those. I always bring them with whenever we're traveling with little babies. I'll put the link down in my description, like I said. And yes, if you guys use my links, I do get like a small commission from Amazon. It's not much, but it does help my family, and so it helps me to be able to continue to create videos like this for you guys in the future. So it is really awesome if you do use my links. Just another shameless plug out there, but I do appreciate it so much because you guys, all of the help that you guys do on my channel, whether it's watching my videos, liking my videos, giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel, sharing my videos with your families and friends. That's like my favorite one. If you share me with your family and friends, you're like at the top of my list, honestly. And then also just using my links. If you find something that's a product that you like and you're gonna buy it anyway, just use my link, because that is so helpful and really helps my family so that I can keep making these videos for you. Okay guys, before we go, I have one final one, and this is only really relevant right now. So I'm hoping, praying that we will not have this problem for long. But as you know, going to Disney right now, you've got to wear masks, okay? So masks are required indoors at Disney and on all transportation at Disney at this time. While you're outside, you do not have to wear a mask. But anyone who is over the age of 2 will have to wear one when indoors. Why is that important for little children? Well, obviously my babies won't have to be wearing a mask, but Chloe will. And she's pretty good about keeping her mask on, but she also can get frustrated and annoyed with it sometimes. And when she's having to take it off and put it on and take it off and put it on, there's a good chance she might lose it, drop it on the ground, throw it over her shoulder, put it on top of her head as a hat. Who knows? Shove it down her shirt. There's a lot of things that could happen to that mask. So what I did was I went online on Amazon and I found these. They are called mask lanyards. They have a little button that can tighten and loosen it. And they have little clips. Let's see here. They have little clips that clasp to your mask. So, pretty easy here. you just push it with your finger and it clasps onto your mask. So when you are going in line and you're like, I'm gonna be in line outside, but I'm going to be inside when I get on the ride. And so I'm gonna have to wear my mask. I know, guys, I know. It's not the cutest thing in the world, but it will save you some frustration, especially with your littles, if you don't have to constantly be thinking, where is my mask? So you can just toss it on the lanyard, wear it around your neck. When you're about to go into the ride, you put it on, okay? So what else could it be used for? Some people don't like the feeling of the mask around their ears. Now, the ones I get are amazing quality, and I will link the Etsy shop down below. It's Little Happy Face Co, and she has the cutest patterns. Like you can see, this one is Nightmare Before Christmas, and the shop owner is so sweet. She and I are friends on Instagram, and she is literally the best, I swear. And all of her products are super high quality and very soft. So they don't really bug my employees' ears, but some people, depending on where your ears are set on. So with these lanyards, it's super nice because you can use them to wear your mask as well. So you would just put it on your head and tighten the lanyard, and then you don't have them behind your ear, that it's just tight around behind your head. You could put it over a pony, you could, you know, however you want to wear it. But they're super, super convenient for when you are in a situation where you're trying to go in and out from, you know, wearing your mask to not wearing your mask. It really, really works super, super well. So I highly recommend getting those as well if you're heading to Disney anytime while mask restrictions are still in place. Okay guys, so those are my must-haves. There are obvious other must-haves that are important that I haven't named here, like wearing comfortable shoes that are worn in, and maybe even switching up your shoes every other day so that you're not getting blisters and rubbing in the same spots. Those are important things to note, but I feel like a lot of people mention those in their videos, and some of the items on my list are things that people don't always mention in their videos. And so I really wanted to kind of venture into the area of things that I think people haven't thought of, or that might be super, super useful right now in today's situation versus just all the time when going to Disney. Like I said, this is going to be a series of things that are important when going to Disney. Some of them are going to be filmed before I leave, and some of them are going to be filmed after I leave. This will be the first video that you see, and then the next one that you guys should see is going to be my packing for Disney video, and it's just going to be like a lot of outfits and cute stuff that we're packing, and then we're going to have some awesome travel vlogs coming up soon. So we plan to vlog the entire trip like I used to do. I miss travel vlogging. Travel vlogging is one of the 2 reasons I started my channel, and it has been so long now. It has been like over 1.5 years since we've been able to make a travel vlog. So I am stoked. I am so excited to share with you guys, bringing you guys along to Disney. So make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you hit the bell notification, because if you hit that bell notification, you'll get notified when I upload those videos and you won't miss out, especially if I do one as a premiere, because then you guys can chat with me. So make sure that that bell notification is turned on. Give this video a thumbs up if it was super helpful for you guys. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there's something that you think is super important to do or bring or wear, or anything during Disney trips, especially if they are with young children or babies. And also just say hey in the comments below. Let me know what's up, what's going on in your life. I miss talking to all of you guys. And then don't forget, if you guys ever want to chat with me IRL, you can head over to my Instagram. I'll link it right here, and you guys can talk to me over there. I always answer all of my DMs. I don't answer them all right away, but I always do answer all of my DMs, and I have made friends with so many of you guys over there on Instagram. So thanks again for coming along. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, babes. Mwah.